Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, Kono District. Good evening to all Salon picking the wedding at the diaspora and una wedding Salon back home. And special good evening to we brother, we famble, we cousin, we want for be Paramount Chief na Kono District inside Kamaa Chiefdom. And when Chief Sir Gandhi Brewer Fania, I want to welcome yourself to this particular program here. So, this is David Bongo, the country owner from Kono News Network. And today I get two people then with me. We get for discuss the chieftaincy program, the election we get for Kamaa Chiefdom. And then two gentlemen, so very shortly they're going to introduce themselves, but I want to tell you and say I get two people the way they talk with me this evening. So again, I will talk to the diaspora, I will talk to everybody all over the world. Good evening, listeners, and welcome to this special edition of Kono News Network. Today we turn our attention to one of the most consequential local governance movements in Kono District, the Kamaa Chiefdom Paramount Chief election. This is not just about choosing a leader, it is about defining the future of governance, development, justice, and unity in Kamaa Chiefdom. At stake are critical issues: the integrity of the tribal authority register, the credibility of the electoral process, and the vision each aspirant brings to address long-standing challenges, from youth unemployment and poor infrastructure to land disputes and social cohesion. Tonight, we are joined by two campaign managers representing aspirant Sam Brewer Fania, individuals at the heart of strategy, mobilization, and messaging. They will help us understand not only their candidates' vision, but also how they intend to navigate concerns about fairness, inclusion, and development. This is a conversation the people of Kamaa Chiefdom deserve: honest, transparent, and focused on the future. So before I start, I want to welcome my guests them. The first guest will go introduce himself to una. Now, Mr. Jumbo, you can come up and introduce yourself to the people.
Once again, good evening. Good evening to Salon, with them, Kono people there, Kamaa people there, all over the world. One for saying a good evening, a good evening again. Me na Daniel Tambajombu, Adena Wodu, Kamaa, Shukudi section.
Okay, so Udan, are you inside this campaign business?
Me na inside this Chief Sanganim Brewer campaign team. Me na media man, Chief Sanganim Brewer Fania.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jombul. Safia, I will call you, sir, for come in.
Yeah, good evening to the KNN, to the Kono News Network. Mina Safia, Mina the campaign team group inside the campaign for Gandhi Fania, and Mina the media team man we the advocate for the Gandhi Fania campaign team inside Kono District as a whole, where they contribute to all radio hosts in terms of explanation of what the gentleman do na the Kamaa Chiefdom in terms of development.
Okay. Okay, Safia, now you know the second person we talk, and now you I will start with. I get a series of questions and for una or two, but I will take them one at a time. So, Safia, this is not for you. Uda na Sambri of Fania, beyond the campaign picture the world they see, but Uda na as a human being, you go able to highlight a leadership experience and what you don't do so far uniquely we make can qualify for Paramount Chief na Kamaa Chiefdom?
Well, the leading aspirant for Kamaa Chiefdom when Sangandi Briwa Fania, na a developmentally oriented leader we born na Kamara, we in DNA as somebody na a good leader, even the time of the late Paramount Chief, when Paramount Chief Mebinjeke, we don't lead now, even the time when they alive, this gentleman may they left overseas, they do a lot of developmental things then like for rehabilitate schools them like the Amadia secondary school, Natombodu. They at the same time,
We
this
go come to that.
gentleman.
Tamajombu get for ask that question to Jamajombu. What I mean, you know, say inside Kono or Sierra Leone, what can qualify person for be paramount chief, and some of them thing and then I go only you explain to the people them how Mr. Fania
Yeah,
become a qualified
okay.
candidate.
Yeah, we think qualify this gentleman for be paramount chief na Kamara to be specific, because this man is well matured. This man has been married for over 30 years now. Now a married man, we get children them, we na a very good children them, we he knows them and then he educates them. Then a wed a woman when a very good woman back where himself stay with them na California, na America, and this gentleman na man where he developmentally oriented in terms of helping himself self-first lack to himself. This gentleman who believe 100% say that the gentleman and the way he be say no kind of camera for take and go again, because he don't build up himself already. The man will get a big mansion na Freetown, outside in the preside, then even inside Kono. He get a very good resident na Tumbudu, when one of the best building there inside Tumbudu if you check, outside
Okay.
then at the same time, this gentleman, he don't do a lot na Camara in terms of development. What we believe and say, if he come, he will help the massy. If I say now, I will explain right now for the development that we don't do na
Yes,
Camara is
we
so
go come
much.
to that. We
This
go come to
present time,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
So
believe
the man
say
who believe and say, now somebody we capable for can move Camara now in terms of development, because he don't capacitate himself already. So we believe and say, the kind again for can take anybody on and go, except for can for act, make an addition in terms of development for develop Camara as we turn him as the next paramount chief, and inshallah, by the grace of the Most High Allah, he is going to be the next paramount chief of Kamara, because the man right now, as I be telling you, the leading aspirant, we now the choice of the people inside Kamara, who everybody look at,
great, great,
by all
great.
the aspirant that we
Yeah,
don't enough
maybe
for
if I
this.
add to what you for what you just don't say, I believe say Brewer na a son of a past paramount chief na Kamara Chiefdom, correct?
Yeah,
In
now
that
the
in that
first
in I mean
son,
chief
now the
paramount chief na the place.
yeah,
This that na one
yeah,
thing
now
we
the
make them
first, now
qualified.
the yeah, now the first son of the late paramount chief, where the name uh Gandhi Mafinda Fania, where na been the late paramount chief na Kamara, where them they call SGM Fania in those days. Now the
Okay.
new first son and the we make them qualified for even get the symbol for contest for the said paramount chieftaincy election inside Kamara, when are the leading
Okay.
candidate for now
Okay,
or
thank you
aspirant.
so much, Safia. You don't give me a lot of information. We make Brewer Fania qualify for become paramount chief. Tamba Jombola, they come back to you. You go able list some. I know say boku boku thing the way Brewer don't do, but you go able just tell the viewer them waiting some of them developmental projects the way they don't bring na Kamaa Chiefdom.
Thank you very much again. I just want Mr. One just talk something concerning about we aspirants when I will lead in candidate when I the next Paramount Chiefdom when I Sangandi Fanya. Sangandi Fanya and the Fanya name na Kamaa Chiefdom na a household name. And it come out from chieftains to us, we empower na the Paramount Chief when I HM Fanya, Sangandi Mafia Fanya, we pass away. Later, in the Chief Ndua Fanya in Brother Star 2002 to 2003, when I Tamba MB Ngandi Afina Fanya, and we contest the past election, the first one, they become first, and to run off now, and we will make a more. So, Sangani Ndua Fanya, I household name, and I'm from the chieftaincy lineage, they come off from the Ngandi family, the Ngandi house. Even if you come to Bodu, the host, it is there where already say the Ngandi Lodge. So Chief Sangani Fanya now also a household name and from the chief lineage a common. I just come to all the development the way Chief Sangani Fanya don't do.
Okay.
He don't do a lot. Before the late Paramount Chief in their life, they don't do a lot. One school they went and they call Anzaru Primary School. That Anzaru Primary School, the chief, it contributed the highest contributor. You know, one day I attend at the school, already picking and taught and fix like Canada, the 80 to 90 million olios when a young contribution. If you see the school now, if you buy any city school. Also, the Barrier, the marketplace where been there with the Kamaa picking and come together. And total fee say for let able renovate the market for let people then begin sell at the market. Inside the back, it contribute the back and have been the highest contributor for let able renovate the markets. Before the Paramount Chief, we be alive, a cow 23 street solar lights inside the chief headquarters. 23 street solar light. It can put all na the chief headquarters. As I talk to you now, where you can achieve the headquarters, it is solar light there, and the lights na net. Also, it thought I'm again, I'm not going to do no more na the chief headquarters. It count other 63 street solar lights all over the chiefdom. As I talk to you now, if I say the names the villages there, like Wadu, Kamadu, Tomodu, Ikuma, Paima, Sukudu, Wenemawan, Badu, Kuyo, Peima, Maima 1, Maima 2, Maima 3, Eremakono, Tedu, Samenkwidu, Bondu. Now the few side and that are what the name, where the street solar light and that's how they talk to you now. Don't do a lot. In terms of water, it don't maintenance for Ole na Wadu, Ikuma, Bekeko, Tedu, Maima 3, Teseima, and Commando 2. As I talk to you now, the people that they benefit from their water and they. Also, in terms of school, it don't help Wadu. We primary school again here, it help Zinc, Wadu, Mwenema, it began from scratch. Modu, it help Peima, it gives Zinc, Kamadu, it gives them VIP toilet, Sukudu, VIP toilet to the school. So they don't do a lot. Also, Peima, they don't give them cement for the Peima barrier and 35 bag of cement. They don't give. They don't help people them passion and help. In times of sickness, they don't help. For let them pave the major street in Atumudu, at the chief headquarters at home. They don't give a lot of bag of cement for let it help the youth for let them pave the township as they talk to you now. So I just was chief now my developmental we see Kamaa people then see don't say we know another boss in this street. We need for let we elect Chief Sangani Fanya because then we can put Kamaa forward. We get development now. Chieftains reach it. We don't do a lot na Kamaa Chiefdom. So we see all it to let for let we go and support. For let Chief Sangani Fanya be the next Paramount Chief of Kamaa. And by the grace of God, now the next Paramount Chief of Kamaa.
That's good. Mrs. F don't see most of them thing and day and it don't show me a lot. All with you don't talk so I don't see most of them. I think say inside Bondu back I been see where then they do some work in like Bondu. Where you
Yeah,
know, yeah.
from the Bondu old town to the new town. Side in the way been bad, then pave on. Now it's cement the back, then pave that particular side.
Okay. Okay, at the count to Safia back. Safia, we they understand about tribal authority, the registry business for tribal authorities. You can tell me some briefly waiting at the concern right now where the tribal authority list get problem or you not get problem?
Um, at the countdown very soon, let's just conclude the Nemesedu il we been done bad off with a man they hire machine when an excavator we scatter the hill, scatter stones and with a baby at the hill. You come out the kind of the bundle hill we say been in a very bad shape. To kind of the struggle they including bike that man hire machine. Why say machine drag line machine. Then come scatter that hill bad hill that man the hire machine spend millions of euros. Then come scatter that hill for Kandong bundle. So now the two giant development and the way that man they do for scatter the message do bad hill. Everybody sabi that hill for kilometer the message do turn. I bad that man the iron machine, excavator,
Okay.
pulling stones there, make that there, including the bond hill. Then coming to the tax business assessment where take place na the Kamaa Chiefdom. The thing is very clear. The SDO, as I've been sent the audio to you, the SDO will don't make it clearly that anybody where they buy tax, any 19 leaf of the tax book, when inside the tax book, they make it complete. If you buy tax, that don't qualify you for let get a one cancel. Any 19 leaf inside the tax book will contain hundreds of leaves them inside a particular tax book. The any 19 of them will make 20 don't give one cancel. So those people who are well prepared, like the Gandhi Mafinda Fanya, the Finda Kuruma, and the other family members, the Manikurumas and other family members with the woman abroad, them they buy this tax highly because they know say that the chiefdom then and they pay tax. If you see Western world, such as America, advance, also on they and overseas, if you see advance, na tax. Because we are not get dime, we are get gold, we get another thing. When a mining business, they pass tax. The more you buy tax, now so you they create way for develop yourself. But this country here, my brother, they tell you people don't really buy tax. But then people, this household of the Ngandi, Mafina Fania, and the Pakuruma, Abule Tabu Kuruma, in your own household, those people were giant for buy tax for the chiefdom, when the Kamaa Chiefdom, because they love the chiefdom and then the women and chiefdom develop. So them they buy them 18 books of tax, them they buy them 10 books of tax, where them they pay to the government. Yeah, that for pay revenue to the government, for help the government for develop the chiefdom. Daytime don't come now for the payment for then tax book here. We don't make them people that don't get a huge amount of councillors. Now the other people them we now be negligence for offer their duty to the chiefdom, we not been agreeing by tax. Them they relent for buy tax because them they take and say if they buy tax, you know, the Paramount chief, the lead Paramount chief, and young counterpart them, now them go benefit, and them go be the beneficiaries, now so them in the feel say yes, they know they contribute for buy the tax, not knowing that the tax will be buying for develop their system, their own chiefdom. So them be denying for buy tax. Okay, the people that now will be the buy tax, who they will buy the high tax, then don't come emerge now, forget high councillors them because of their tax paying, then they don't feel offended as if na person do them when they do themselves. We don't come to the council review now. They don't come see say Gandhi Mafina Fania don't get I cancel them through from in taxes they buy, they then go write petition. They say they don't rule there, they begin to go and point 2 house now, and na 3 house they why they go get Boku councilor, election na house they buy tax for. Or we they buy that tax paper they na house then na by house then they go pay stamp. Not to buy house then they go pay stamp. Now human being there when a mortal man them, when the chiefdom people them, the chiefdom authorities them are then therefore use that tax day. So the people that way them they use that tax day, when are the chiefdom people them, the high number of the people them, where the people that don't buy tax for, they don't decide say, well, these are the people that we are buying taxes for us. So at the end of the day, now for them particular household them, now they will therefore cast vote for because this tax will not put to one our pocket to buy that them they buy the so who's just for pay them back. That make the Gandhi Mafinda Fanya in councillors them rise up that all the other aspirants because they not be the green buy. And if you not buy, I will expect to get councillor. So that failed them, but they no they not think of that. Then go write petition say the man he and get 3 house and them are not to buy house. The constitution say taxpayers, it not say house payers. Taxpayers to individuals. So the individuals and the beneficiaries them, with them in don't they get and tax them, we any 19 of them they make up to the 20 they qualify for get a one councillor, any 19 of the taxpayers, the 20 completed, they make forget a one councillor. So we are don't get that high councillor, high number of councillor there now. So then people they don't feel offended, say the man don't get high councillor, then they go and point house, and not to buy house, now by individuals.
Okay. So before I go to the next question, make I play a video. Una no go see am, but una go hear wetin dem dey talk. You don't, you send am to me. Then we go talk about that as well. Let me watch this for you. So.
Not to me saying at the boundary this, I don't see at the boundary this. You understand? Because we not be keep that thing, we not be ordinary man. So now they see at the boundary. Apprentice. Okay, we not be apprentice.
We don't understand the part. Later on, they say, "Can't hold the part."
I've been different vocabulary.
I didn't have a teacher. All right, teacher apprentice. All right. This is what I wrote. So, if I job kaya,
if you job kaya behind this stick, not fendu.
Yeah.
Not fendu.
Yes. If I tinapia,
not tumbodu.
Not tumbodu.
So then three pardon say, not to me say.
May the Lord bless them because they're not there now. But blessed memory also.
Yes. And people
so this house, whose side is?
Not tumbodu.
That church, whose side is?
Not tumbodu.
This water, now side is?
Well, this water, once this thing there, that means say they over here.
It offend.
Yes.
With the maternity.
Books and supply. 60 tax books and supply. Then what that time will come for collect for the tax we sell the number will give you all record inside this book. You want to go and buy that tax. So we'll take them down. 2024 Namika will book here 130 books there. Walk out with them. They return Boku. The example they did, the books they did. Because people they not buy because election, they not be done put date for election. So people they pay for buy, they not buy their books there. 2025 Bukawi. The first one at the 130. Then chief put in for another 100. That are 200 are waiting. Then books there you 14 books left. The CCC they still say we say 14 books then left. Then, before that time, they come for do assessment for 2025. When the assessment paper they are when every township a signer, the section chief signer, then the regent signer. They say these are the assessments, which means not to make assessment for anybody. So then three, if you put them together, we divide them by 3, then they give the number of TAs with that town for get. Waiting normally then township then you do. Then they collect money in people their hand, they know they buy, they know they pay for the tax. And every tax, when all the members, they will come from, they will come reject. I tell everybody, say, the election process don't begin. Any tax where you buy, the book where you can pay to the class, tell and let you receipt, general receipt. That they tell you, say, that this number of tax where you don't buy. And up to date, so they are supposed to count that general receipt, say, this year, now this number of tax you buy, now so, we they still waiting now. Even this last one where they come with all rent ship where they buy will give a general receipt. General receipt will give them, they all get that. So if he can't say no, not on this number of TA that you forget, come with the receipt, the Lord check out. They will say yes, that's true it is not on this number of TA. We know there's no way for process TA for posse. Now the number of tax where you buy with 20. And this 2018 when are the best time for that town there where they did it. Not so we be kidding. Now in the late chief in time, they do that revision. And most of that town there where they did it, the number they will they get, now they 9 our base time will be there. But if you not buy tax from match that number there, you still will get a guarantee there. So I don't see any reason why people that wanna ask for that township and wanna class. Let them tell you how they buy the tax. Now they're supposed to tell we now the information will get I make account all the information there. And I will make them accessible to all the journalists and let them see. But say no way, no they will don't rob anybody or will don't ask for anybody. Now what you do, then you get. When all when they are when keep their business, but who say once election or they count people they not buy. They're not a buy. But the day normally they say election, they count 100%, all the buy. And government get a best time where you use. We go best time where they do in 2018. And 2018, the TS where they did in 1,200 and something. One of those after. But in 2018. 221. And what will be the waiting now? Now give the analysis. Now give some analysis. Somebody by that time they now 93 TAs and we get. Then 2024 they buy 3 books. And 2025 now 4 books they buy. And we now live with them. Now office where they go, I say, but why would I not go pay for all that thing? And they say no, somebody now all man now. Would I want to buy it? They go buy. And you don't say where election, the people they not buy tax. Then they wait for the people that can't buy for them so that they will become the TA. So I don't feel say me get anything what I do, wait for reduce or for increase, because in TA. Now how you buy, now so you get. If you get your receipt then, you will come with our cross check here, they will clarify. This I will share. 2025, who's them?
So, Safia, now you send this video to me, and I see 2 things inside. One where they talk about Fendu and Tombodu boundary business, and the other one where they talk about tax receipt them where chiefdom the sign and the rest of it. You can just talk briefly about them 2 videos then yeah.
Well, the one video that the argument wey been dey go inside the chiefdom for this the same one house, two house business. Where na the other small outside of Tumbudu town, where they go name Fendu. The third family they then go turn her as their own town. They say na their own town, but a place we been get two house during then 2018 election. Now two house you been get. Then they been give them 96 councillors. And why they been give them 96 councillors? The third family them that the same Fendu, that small corner. Na Tobodu, we then go name ma'am, they say na they own small town than they, we been get two house, they go give them 96 councillors. We even make them in qualify for get that 96 councillor, and there was no objection to that. Now just because they may buy the kind amount of tax, then both they buy tax over mark for let them get overwhelmed vote for them household, and indeed it happens, and nobody make an opposition to that. Then there comes this time now, where I think about now they don't build about 5 or 6 house day in addition, because the development the place don't increase now. Now that particular corner day, now it don't go up to 5 house. We don't go there. But in those days, so them they get that 96 council now 2 house no more be did. So this time around, they got the Mafinda Fania, Ombrio and Fania, Insep Isidon. With them, it not be raise points for that they host them, because they mean go a raise point, out 2 house there and that, they go get 30 councillor, out 3 house there and that, they go give them 70 councillor. Now then go raise that point, that point make them go write petition. Now in Mafinda Fania Sep, I mean Gadi Ombrio Fania Sep during the time of the meeting, outside the director of local government Mende, when Mr. Kombe, himself he write the point. That time they don't go gather all the aspirants and put them inside one room for go address them. Where they all don't raise their own petition towards the host there, where they say now 2,000 and Gandia, they go give them so now 3,000 and Marco, they go give them how many councillors. Now in this man said, he say, Bo, Fendu when a small corner na ya. Una go get up to right now, then get up to 60 something councillors when about 5 hosts did it. Now instead raise that point there, we raise that to the local government ministry, the permanent secretary in camp. Now instead note and down. So the day of the revision now we then come for camp, check that them propose food, we then be right, we then come. Now then step go, they go call the town chief when I chief Babonjo, when they call the mayor of Chobodu. So then go na the boundary, now in they ask them for let go so then the boundary. When I mean they show them the boundary, so the Gandhi na gota where the back of Manikuruma in Os. We be if you take them back of Manikuruma in Os, until now 5 or 4 Os no more go there now for go na the water, na the swamp side. You understand? And they call Fendu. If you take them back of Manikuruma in Os, so until now 4 or 5 Os now go there now for go na the water side. Outside the their family then claim of being their own said village when a 5 hosts did it. So why they say go up to 60 something councillor by now? The time of the 2018 and 96 councillor they may get, but this time round they deduct them to 60 something councillors. Why then forget that? Now I make the Gandhi Brewer financial be raise that point. So now they place them in this show where inside go show the boundary between the Fendu and the Tobodu town.
Okay, thank you very, very much. So I will come to Mr. Jumbo. Because of waiting don't happen so now, this tribal authority list, some man go say they don't exclude some people them, or they don't include some people that were not supposed for the day. What in your own view about that, Jumbo?
Yeah, my own view about this tribal authority, can commonly say councillor. Na Kamaa Chiefdom, na Tiwe don Dautry, or on Bafu. Because according to the stakeholders engagement, we the director of local government in camp and the provincial secretary east and the SDO and the ADO. Let me tell you clearly say it depends on the tax sales. Now you really any determine the type of councillors that we get. From there they explain that they clearly and then I ever tell we say now based on the Ngafaka actually say based on census issue. How many person they live here, how many person they study, how many person they cook. They not be able to tell you that they will tell you some more based on tax sales. And then tell you about it can get overseas in a council or a village. It can get free town or other African countries then. Once in a taxpayer, it pay tax in a community, it qualify for labor TA. We don't do the tax assessment by section. Nobody don't make petition. And nobody don't no grumble. The township then sign the tax assessment, the section chief then sign, the region chief sign, and also the senior district officer sign. Nobody don't make objection and say, this tax assessment we didn't do so. We're not happy. We come back, we do the revision. The tax assessment, then they determine how many TAs you get for them a village or a town. So we don't do that, and the revision not done. After the revision, now we see say the others surround them, then say they're not feel satisfied. Why some certain villages they get high number? But we will not tell them say don't make that different social media group. We don't tell them say tax TA issue not on geographical location on a structure. They say taxpayer. Mr. Make that example. They say like when media will do Kamaa. If not 10 booklets will be in the sell, now be the buy any year. We buy on 2023, 2024, 2025. That event, if they can do tax assessment or revision, that they qualify, we say, we get 50 councillors. It depends on the tax sale. That not mean say we begin and say, oh, brother or sister, the way they Kono or Kamaa, or out of Kono, or even out of the country, as far as where that time reach, then they pay them due to the community which are them come on. Now that they qualify them say for let them be TA or let them be taxpayer. But this TA don't come down to after all that they don't make that and they don't make that petition. Send them to the senior district officer, they reply there from there. Then go down to the minister. And the minister tell them a timeline say we go for do proposal. That proposal now the professor said the permanent secretary from the local government minister, he come and say enough of big councillor we may reside in a particular community. So now that baffle we enough of big TA. Once the TA for base in a locality or in a village, na TA for base, and they qualify for a TA. So now that nine doubt tree. Take today and the doubt tree. Election are not happen. Most of the children that we don't see, we never children that don't ever do that to the say pass where they say if a base a village or a town and they qualify for the ABTA. So for where the permanent secretary talk and you know what that was tree at all on you know what that was tree. And
okay, so yeah. So based on what you don't say, Safia, you think say the electoral process get for be free and transparent, and you believe say una go able or the government go able safeguard the place there for let una prevent any manipulation?
Yeah, because when you know you right, you go know exactly what you for do and what you just for guide, that. We either open like mountain fat food for really watch how the process they go on. Because we know say the government, the law of the constitution of the country say taxpayers. You know, say house payers. They say taxpayers. The people who they pay tax. You understand? Not to my household, not to individual. Individual the way they pay tax.
Yeah,
as you pay
now, what are they ask
yeah.
now? What are they ask now? You believe say the thing get for be fair, transparent, moving on?
Yeah, because we they expect the government for support the right thing, for support the right thing as the way they buy tax. Let them self know say they pay tax to the government, then they pay development to the government for boost the government up for development. Because taxpayers then they boost the government up for development. So they expect the government say if for support the taxpayers them where they pay revenue to them than the one that we know they pay revenue to them. And while the way they pay revenue to them, now they don't can get the highest councillors them. We know to any bad malpractice, the book is there and the record is there for say yes, them because receipt then we buy them tax the receipt. So the record is there that the Gandhi Brewer Fania be done by the highest tax. Now that make it can't get the highest councillor. So there is no way or there is no need of making any petition of that man, the high councillor the way get. It deserve him because he buy the amount of tax we make it get that equivalency they for getting kind high councillors them for put. So they expect the government say if for really transparent accordingly the taxpayers them for they in favor of the taxpayers them because they pay revenue to the government. That you will not pay revenue to the government. If you know they pay revenue to the government, it means it pull the government down. And you will pay revenue to the government, it means it boost the government.
Okay, thank you. You don't make your point, and make a come to Mr. Jumbo. If the result of the election is disputed, we're not go ready for accept or we're not go challenge, and under which condition we're not go challenge.
We believe say this particular election, again for be free and fair and again for be transparent. We believe say the Minister of Local Government then say again for know the chief then know what not the Chieftaincy Act. They know say for let be councillor or for let get more councillor, it depends on the tax case. So we believe say as far as them don't can do the findings and don't can do the proposal, we will listen to the minister. Lord, we know the outcome of the proposal Lord they can do. But we believe say by the special grace of God, Kamaa, this election it will be free and fair. But if we see we not see that free and fair before the election they come, we know the first, we know they make a we know the cost, we know say this country we govern by law. We govern by law.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that side the way you talk about that. I like that side. So we go continue for go forward. Safia, what's in the top 3 challenges the way Kamaa they face right now, and how you feel say Mr. Brewer Faniago address their challenges then they?
Kamaa they face 3 main underdevelopment in them. One, Kamaa get revenue we they collect every day when that sand mining, I mean the sand buying when the na maima where then they buy by trucks. That sand they raise over it raise over 4 to 5 million oleum for day. They raise over 4 to 5,000 4 to 5,000 leon new leon for day. So that they alone don't do for improve Kamaa, for develop like the thing the way Kamaa want right now when I like water, good road, good schools. Now the main 3 challenges thing and that way Kamaa want right now. We need water, Kamaa need water, then they need good road. They need good schools them for educate the picking there when Sangandi Brewer Fania in target right now for develop Kamaa. And we know say if this man can into Paramount Chieftaincy governance, he can be as a Paramount Chief for that for govern that particular chiefdom. Believe you me, then 3 challenges them: the good road, the water, and education wise, including agriculture. That might really want to improve on the agriculture side. We be say now another thing that when I did the president instead of the agenda for today for feed salon, it's not the president agenda, and this man go really ready for can boost them for challenging thing them the 4 challenging thing that when at the school, the water, the good road, and the agriculture.
Okay, thank you very, very much. We'll go for the go a little bit faster, and let we cut and short. So, Tamajombo, again, we get youth unemployment and lack of economic opportunities away in Kamaa Chiefdom and inside Connaught District, and by so inside the whole Sierra Leone. What in the concrete plan the way you feel say Mr. Faniago address for understand say they will help for solve this unemployment na youth?
Thank you very much, Mr. Bongo. Like the youth employment, Chief Sangani Brewer Fania don't talk on 50. who they work out how they campaign with them. They tell we say enforce priority now the youth employment. Also, in plan now for they can make ski training center for youth then at Kamaa Chiefdom. For like our ski training center for them, let the youth they learn something. Because the youth they learn something, they not go be ID. So now number one priority that they for they able make the employee the youth man. We learn if we able know if we will put it. But if you know learn no ski, it's not possible. And salon now and the world now for they learn trade. Land trade, we land trade, the employment it will be simple, but if you don't learn nothing, so for they get employment no easy. And the country can the employment no day, they are told not. So the like when my brother when they say the key constraint the whole they get a camera in terms of food. They tell you say my brother, section at town and day for they connect to the chief headquarters town, the chief headquarters. It's a town. If you think about Shukudu, now a section headquarters town for they connect to the chief headquarters when at town. Better road no day. Dangote section. They able to use that particular side from the chief headquarters for the Dangote section. The section headquarters town. First you use two benches. So the road in one side, now challenge, water, now BB challenge, education side, schools day, teachers are not there, and then a BB challenge for winner come out. But we believe say if Chief Sang and Nibuya Fanya be the next Paramount chief, we know say then they all will solve, we able connect, we shall not connect by the special grace of God, it will do that for we.
By God in power. So we can under governance and accountability now. Safia, if the election done, Chief Brewer Fania win, how you feel say it go able ensure transparency and accountability for govern the chiefdom, especially managing the resources the way the chiefdom get, and also for solve disputes them. Sorry.
Want to start with first, the man a gentleman, we so civilized and intelligent. As I tell you, now the only aspirant and the rapport with all the 7 rap aspirant they wouldn't don't cook for them, wouldn't they all come together, they write that petition that against in one. Although they all the boots in one, but they still look at that, say get good plan for move that children they go before. So who work out and so we made they embrace the all, they greet them, they talk to them, they at the same time, this gentleman, for all them quality that those people they see with them, make it even get support outside Kamaa. All the other chiefdom there, the 12 or 13 chiefdom there, where they now believe in me, he check authorities there, where they inside the chiefdom, 90% of them, then they would have gentleman there because they don't see the development with that. You go cut across the Kono district now, any side where they ring and the Briwa Fanya. Believe in me, not to even Kamaa. I'm not talking about Kamaa, but go out of Kamaa, let you see the kind of people in the talk. Because black man to black man see now they talk. Black man they see what the gentleman they do at the chiefdom. The news not they hide, they spread all over Kono district. In name don't spread all over. Of all the development the way job will be the council, we go na them particular chiefdom. They me say I don't send me for take 8 pickers, 8 shovels, 10 hammer. Can you imagine? 4 wheelbarrow, for good supply no more to people that no more for make them feel around them. So this man, me I believe say if they turn and Paramount chief na that place he ready for embrace even the one that win there for lost the election. As me believe say this man ain't win the election. He get contestant too, but he not get contestant to able challenge him for say he will able to try for TAs for vote because the people they don't open now like mountain fat foot. The people that don't everybody don't see say yes, this man is the Moses of Kamaa. We come for carry redeem Kamaa. And the people that they don't take that full anymore. Like how they may don't do the first one where they may don't see don't take then come lost quality somebody wait for being come move Kamaa. Where Kamaa don't be BN so today, Kamaa don't for the next 23 years as the most diamond or even the Leon star, we are in a Sierra Leone star. now that particular chiefdom they come out. Then they go there in a deplorable position like this by now, where it be say, not develop, a DBN, pass all the chiefdom in a corner. That is so pathetic. So the people that don't see and say, finally, possible this time around, this the young Moses, where they see so, we come for come, redeem them. They're not there for see look and pass. Them just there for make sure say they elect them. And the gentleman is so civilized that ain't ready for embrace, even the rules that they already for Carlos this election as Gandhi, Brewer, Fania, we get for win this election. Hands down, inshallah, Suma, inshallah. We believe that.
Okay, so let me move go on. As I say no more, let me cut and short. So, Mr. John Bull, this now for you. Traditional leadership, sometimes people then they complain and they criticize for say traditional leadership, not they link up with the modern things that will they happen right now. How you feel say Brio Faniago link tradition and modernization for Lake Camarago before?
Yeah, one thing first I want to say, you know, traditional leadership consistency, traditional, but Chief Sangani Burafania, one, it connects with the tradition first. One first, now in tradition first, now is when number one thing first. Elect in tradition, both the man in tradition, the woman in tradition, it is support all outside it. And not say, we be traditional leader, in order to go far from them to traditions. So number one for us, you do them today, you do the man in tradition, and you do the woman in tradition. And also, if we will link the tradition, tradition, and to the national
to the modern
politics. So
things
if
that
we
will
will,
happen,
so the modern things the way they happen, it can link all them two sides and they. You know what they say no more as you do traditional chief, in order for them and the modern thing the way they happen. You got to do anything and all. Now one thing for sure like one chief Sangani Fania in leadership. Now they tell you say number one is how they tell you now. All them do the way them can have some. He said, I'm a brother there. He said, but one thing for us, I want to know, it's on a put on a skill. Learn a skill, learn a we. Would I get development passing company? Would I capable passing company? Now that, I mean,
the network don't begin to go bad. Sorry, listeners, then the network don't begin to go bad. We get problem with our jumble in your side. So we go try for the push and go forward faster. Jumbo ide. Okay, Safia ide. Okay, yeah, we brother Jumbo.
I get you loud and clear.
Yeah, na Jumbo yon.
You know the Jumbo say they na
Gian translate talk. Yes, Jumbo.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, we go move. Yes, let's move on to Safia. Safia, election can divide communities. Then, which step una they take for una campaign unite and bring everybody together before and after the election?
First to start it, let me clear Jobuli on side. Sorry for that because Jobuli na bidit na wodu sat na wodu camera ide so you know the network business is the foul and small. Okay. Come again with your question.
I say election business na Sierra Leone and Bokusa na the world can divide communities then. So which step the way una campaign they take for promote unity before, during and after the election?
In fact, we first to start with, we aspirant they always tell we say, as at the previous man they talk with the interview when I jumbled, they always tell we say provocative words. We just stay off them. Them man the all nine border there. They no but not provoke anybody. Like you see aspirant to your own fault, they to your own fault. Not take can campaign with them for provocation. So now a man of peace. And they always tell you, Lord, they preach peace. Lord, we talk, Lord, we campaign for we self. Lord, talk about what he can do. even who they come to this thing and the same thing they tell you to this interview. Let everybody talk about what in the can do. Don't forget about any other person in your habit or in your in your plan now for preach. And that make a let this gentleman that is a very peaceful man. Na maunowa lala, na maunowa provocative wasn't, na maunowa palava. So now a peaceful man who really believe say, then you know now see na say, na somebody ready for cow peace. Now this particular chiefdom, na make they follow him and make sure say so support him for let you able achieving goal for rule this particular chiefdom because we see and say a peaceful man and for crown as paramount chief, it will continue for put peace inside Kamara as we don't see him from the start. He say now somebody get peace and we say they see him and say they embrace all the other aspirants them. You know get one problem with that. The person look and corner yourself in the looking straight eye. Now straight here in the watching. So that don't make Odo really see as the man is a very peaceful man. And that make Odo like him.
Yeah, thank you. That's not a very good thing we don't mention. Jumble, you get me?
You get you loud and clear.
Okay, so you tell me briefly if Chief Brewer win, what in plan for work with the other rivals they will not get for win?
By the grace of God, if Chief Brewer win, it don't make it don't spell them out clear. Say, them people they already off stand so, nine brothers, not to different people. Then they say where you win is chieftaincy. If I call them, they embrace them. They all belong to them plan the way forward of Kamaa Chiefdom, Kamaa Development One. The man is anything who meet tomorrow na the anybody. And the force, you know, say for some way let peace and a peaceful man. And the force for good greet in opponent there, in brothers. It go shake down with them. He talk with anyone. They shake out with the one. Anyone we see and the rush will shake out with them. So like you know, say Chief Brewer. It's not any bad intention in brothers.
Okay.
Although they live at the same race, but you know, no bad intention for them. And
I think so. We don't get your point. Jumbo?
If you win this, they call it all together and catch it on a table. Then do the way.
Wonderful. We don't get that point today clear. Yeah. Safia?
Yes, sir. I get you loud and clear.
They want to win, but they call with all the
Hello, Jumbo.
I get you loud and clear. Yeah, I get you. You get me?
Okay, Jumbo, let's go to Safia now. Me? Yes. Let's go to Safia with the next question. Safia?
Yes, sir.
Waiting you go get for say to the people the voters they were still undecided yet. We're not choose who side for vote. Waiting will be your message to them briefly, make and short.
I did talk to them say if anybody will let Kamara, because they say the nations first. If anybody they will let Kamara and go on before. We not just for what by sentiment. For see this man I'm a sister in Peking, this man I'm a uncle, this man I'm a big brother. No get your brother in interest than the chiefdom. That the chiefdom in interest get first in terms of development. If your brother said he see as this is brother, you not going to move this chiefdom for cow development. Believe me, if he let that chiefdom that the chiefdom elect, you not going to support that brother. If not the chiefdom elect, in go on before. That brother way you see say, he no go can move the chiefdom go before. He no go developer. Believe me, that Ibrahim they forget about time. Go out down the next man with the under. Where you know say, now you believe say, he will come move the chiefdom go before. He support her because the chiefdom come first. Than you say. The chiefdom, if you let the chiefdom than you say because the chiefdom big pass you. So if you let the chiefdom, the person where you know say yes. this person is capable for push the chiefdom go before. If you really like you chiefdom, you like you tongue, believe me, that kind of person there, you go support her when Sangandi, Brewer Fania, we don't set the example already for say yes. Now they can't move camera before. So they talk to all the aspirants, them, all the aspirants, all the voters, wanna try for vote for the man of capability,
Okay.
the man with aims and objective for push Kamarago before when Asanga didn't do Afanya for they become the next Paramount chief.
Okay, the last question they go to Tamba Jumbo. You there with me? You get me?
Get it loud and clear.
Okay. You know, say where person they stand for election, you they make promises them, you they try for get all kind good intention for let you accomplish them. Now, if Chief Brewer win and encounter some obstacles, some problems, where they make not able to deliver on him promises them, what thing wanna go do for support them and for make sure say it succeed in that area, then the way not able succeed by promises.
Now I make we deal with Chief Sang and Brewer Fire. We believe say any promise we make during in terms of this campaign by the grace of God, it will do that in promise. It will walk towards that in promise. And I make we do people that will get people that they will direct and advise them. We step there around. Any challenge that we see, we know say that then challenges and they will overcome them because we know say now a human being, the most forget till the way we are far with it. There's no more question you asking for as people there. We come out brother there, we come out sister there, we come out daddy there, we come out granny there, we come out uncle there. Let we know make the mistake again.
Okay,
No, not make that.
So Jumbo, what we go do now? We they try for round up. I go one let you give. Hello, Jumbo.
For Chiefs and
Jumbo, you get me? Hello.
I get you.
Okay.
Yeah, they get you.
Yeah, the network they go a little bit rough. So I go one let you what in the final message where you go get for Kamara people them and the people of Kono district for this chieftains here for Mr. Fania. I start with you, Jumbo.
The final to make Kamaa people there. Me connect people there. Do we are let we not make that past mistake again. Let we choose with brother with that they want to we can for and develop Kamaa Chiefdom when I achieve sang
okay, would they get some technical problem there, Mr. Jumbo?
In we vote in
Mr. Jumbo?
let's do next Paramount tomorrow. First of all,
Mr. Jumbo?
Yeah, I get you loud and clear. You get me?
Yes, we don't get your point, but you look the break, a line the break. So I will go to Safia now. Let yourself give a young closing statement. What thing will be you final message to the people of Kamara and Kono district?
Well,
make them very brief, please.
Yeah, me and Safia, they really tell the Kono people there that this sentiment, there nobody no follow sentiment for this election. There nobody no follow politics for this election. Because this na party A, or this person now we na green, this person in a red. No, the watch for development now. This na non-partisan business. for say this na chiefdom level election, not to national election. This na chiefdom level, na just small corner. Yeah. So if that is the case, anybody we dey na Kono, as me believe say 90% of Kono district don already this man in development the way they do na Kamara, me I not saying get I support. So we dey there for talk to all politicians, not to politics for inside this issue. Let it be transparent, let it be free and fair. Let the will of the people be done, the people that of the chiefdom, may them cast their vote peacefully for this particular gentleman with them believe say Nango come for campus Camarago before this. I believe this particular government is a government of transparency, na government of good governance, when the particular government of HE, the president, retired Brigadier Julius Maada, where I believe say now ruling house he come out, and I believe say it will support the right thing for the right bill be done by this particular elections.
Okay. I want for tell una all two boku thank you, because I know say we don't plan this year for almost a week now, and una don't make a lot of effort for let we able succeed for do this. Although we been get some breaking line for Jumbo in your side, I apologize to the listeners them, because instead not to fault the thing they beyond in control, based on what's a day. But again, as I say, wanna thank you for the information wanna don't give the listeners them. I believe say people then don't listen, then they understand. Would they talk to all man for let una hold on a peace, let problem not come, let confusion not come. We all na family, and as una don't hear wetin Mr. Jumbo say, wetin Mr. Safia ya say, now, family members then contest against each other. So let nobody not bring problem amongst them. Let we make them peacefully and move forward. I want for tell una thank you, and I also speak now to the final closing statement to the people as we bring this important discussion to a close. One thing is clear: the future of Kamaa Chiefdom rests not just in the hands of one candidate, but in the collective wills of its people. Elections are not merely events, they are defining moments, moments that test our commitments to fairness, unity, and progress, moments that demand courage from leaders and vigilance from citizens. The people of Kamaa Chiefdom must ask themselves, who can unite us? Who can deliver development? Who can uphold justice and tradition with integrity? Let this election not divide but strengthen. Let it not breed suspicion but inspire confidence. And above all, let it reflect the true voice of the people. Because in the end, leadership is not about power, it is about service. I want to thank you all. Famble them. Na so they take close this program. Wanna like, wanna share, wanna comment, wanna subscribe. The one that will not subscribe it, if this is the first time, wanna all wanna subscribe. I go talk to Jombul and Safia, let themselves subscribe to this channel. I want for wishing all very good evening and good luck to everybody and to the candidate we wanna talk about. Wanna good night. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Yeah.
Mr. Bongo.